Hello and welcome to Storybook Crafts. This week we're going to make an adorable cactus using my favorite, a toilet paper tube, and a cereal box or box from Snacks. As you'll see in a moment, I'll show you what kinds of boxes will work and how to make them look like this cute little cactus. The last thing you'll need is, well, actually, we need a few more things besides our paper towel roll and our cereal box. We're also going to need some little poofs here. We've got little pom-poms. I found some that kind of sparkled. Any kind of pom-pom will do. You could even use squished up tissue paper. You could use colored paper that you color yourself. You could use cotton balls. You could use marshmallows, whatever you like, whatever works for your little flowers here. And you'll need some green paint and a permanent marker. If you don't have green paint, an alternative would be some paper. So I'll show you those alternatives in a moment. This adorable cactus is inspired by a couple of books. This is El Cucuy is Scared Too by Donna Barba Higuera and pictures by Juliana Perdomo. So cute. Love this little book. And here is the cactus that inspired me to make our craft. Here's a book from the library called El Cucuy. So if you'd like to learn about the boogeyman, what? This book is too cute. How can it be about the boogeyman? Well, it is. And you'll find out that even the boogeyman, El Cucuy, is scared too. But we have this other fabulous book, A Boogeyman Cuento in English and Spanish by Joe Hayes and illustrated by Honorio Robledo. This is El Cucuy. So let's get started. As I mentioned, we need a toilet paper roll. We'll need some paint. I've got green tempera paint here. Any kind of green paint will do. If you don't have green paint, you could of course just cover your cereal box on one side with some green paper. So you can color it yourself or maybe find some green paper. I used a cereal box for the pieces of my cactus here. Any kind of snack box will do. So here I've got one that's from some cookies. It's kind of just this thinner cardboard. It's the same kind of cardboard or cardstock, really, not cardboard, but cardstock that you might find enclosed in, like when you buy sheets or blankets or underpants or socks. There's kind of this cardstock inside to keep things neat and tidy. Or, of course, your snack ones, which I like the best for this project because it's so cute on the other side that I didn't even need to paint the other side. I like that side to show. Like this one I've used a pop and cook in, and the other side I've just covered it in green paper. So you have a lot of options here. I like to cut, oh, and here's another one before I get on to the cutting. This one is the cover of a sketchbook. It was some construction paper, but it comes with this cardstock cover that would work beautifully to cut your cactus out of. All right, so I like to cut freeform on my cactus shapes, but if you like to cut or to draw them out first, this is sort of to give you an idea of the three shapes that I had here. So here's what I had. Here's my first shape for the first section of my cactus. Here's the second one. It has two arms and it's a little skinnier, but about the same size. It's okay if it's about the same. We'll layer them up. And here's the third one, a little bit wider and has just one arm. So there's the three pieces that you'll need for your cactus. You can draw them out first, or you can just cut them freehand, whatever you're most comfortable with. So once they're cut out, if you do choose to draw them, cut inside the black lines there that you've outlined your shape with, so that once you've cut it out, you won't see the outline. So just like that. Just, as you can see, I'm cutting inside the black lines all the way around. Oh, that one's going to be really cute. There we go. Look at that. And look what's on the other side. That one's gonna be so, so cute. I'm gonna use that for our finished project here. I'll even do this one because I like this color a lot. I like how the paper looks where I kind of just scribbled in the color. I think it looks very cactusy. All right, there's 2 pieces, and the last one I will do paint. So once you've got all of them cut out, if you didn't cover it with paper, if you're just using the cardboard itself, then you'll need to paint it. And it goes pretty quick. Always have your paintbrush and your paint handy and some paper towels. Wipe that paint away. And the painting goes pretty quick because we want this to look cactusy, so it doesn't need to look too neat, and it doesn't need to be very thick. We just want it to be cactusy green. Even a few little dabs in there look kind of nice. Look how quick it goes. And if you have a sunny spot to lay these in, this will take maybe only about 10 to 20 minutes to dry. Really won't take that long to dry. There's my second piece, there's my third piece, and we'll just set those aside to dry. The last parts of our cactus here will come together once those are dry, or if you're using those paper covered cardboard cutouts, then you're good to go. I recommend, if you are going to use paper to cover the other side of your box, your snack box or your cardboard, use a glue stick to adhere the paper to the cardboard. Dries really quickly and dries nice and flat, so it works out really well for this. That would be a glue stick. Once your pieces are dry, I'm going to wipe away my space here so I'm not working with wet paint. All right, so once your cactus pieces are all dry, then you'll need to, oh, you know, I forgot a big part there. So it's not just the cactus pieces that we need to cover with color. We also need to do the tube. So go ahead and paint your tube as well. Here's one that I started painting. This was only just a few minutes ago, so it needs a little bit longer to dry. This one's dry. You can, of course, use a paper-covered tube as well. So if you're using paper or paint, either way, it'll work. Once they're all dry, that's where we need our permanent marker. And we need to make our cactus shapes on there. Or not our cactus shapes, our little spikes, our spikies. So to do that, I start by just doing some lines here. I'm just gonna draw lines all the way across, big and small. Ooh, that's a squiggly one. That's very cactusy. I like it. Okay, I'll even do it on these to show you how it looks on the hand-colored paper, which is super cute. I like that a lot. So these lines go quickly. And here's our last one. All right, now that we've got all the lines going up and down, we're going to make them into little plus signs. Just go ahead and cross each one of those lines that you made with your marker. It goes really quick. There we go. And here's the next one. All right, I'm liking that I've got all these options for my cactus today. There we go. Ooh, I love this one. It's a good color. Okay, and of course, the body of my cactus needs those lines too. So, same thing. We're just gonna go all the way down. Randomly make the lines there. Make it very cactusy. Be careful with this permanent marker, especially since we're making quick marks. We do want to be careful with those quick marks that we don't mark up our clothes by accident or any surfaces where the permanent marker won't come out of. So even though you're going quickly, go carefully. Oop, almost done. One more row. We're ready to assemble our cactus. All right, so we do need some glue here. You can use glue stick for the cactus pieces. I recommend for the little flowers, the little cactus flowers, to use some school glue, some dabby glue. It'll take a little longer to dry, but it will really help those little flowers to stick. All right, so the first one we want to assemble is that first piece there. I'm actually going to set that one aside. I'll use it for a different one. I'm going to just use the green that I painted today. So first I need the one without arms. I'm doing that first because I want to see how it fits in. I'm sort of curving it in there. It fits in pretty well on its own, but I do want to secure it with some glue. So I'm going to put glue just on the surface of the cactus there, only on the bottom where I tested it out to see how I liked how it fit. Stick it back in and give it a little press and let it dry. It'll dry as you're creating the rest there, but give it a press and hold it for a minute so it stays in place. You could always, if you have a stapler, you could staple it in place too. So I'll go ahead for now and just staple it to secure it. There's the first piece. The second piece of our cactus, we can actually, oops, the second piece has two arms. Second piece, we can do this with some scissors. We can stick it in, so we'll need scissors too. Where did my scissors go? Where have you gone? There you are. We need to just make two little cuts, and I'm going to test it out here to see where I want those cuts. I want my cactus to just sit right inside. So I'll use my permanent marker. With one hand I'm holding the piece of the cactus, the other one I'm using my marker just to mark off where I want to make two little slits with my scissors. So I'm going to go ahead and make one and two. And we're just going to stick it right inside now. And it will stay without glue right where we want it. Oh, it's layering up pretty nicely. We're ready for the last piece, and we'll do the same thing with the last piece that we did with the first. Test it out a little bit, see how far we want it to stick down. That looks awesome right about there. Put a little glue on the outside surface. This time I'm putting it on the opposite side, so not the green side, not the covered side, the opposite side. This is the back piece. I'll go ahead and stick it in there. Squeeze it on with my fingers, and then for time's sake I'll go ahead and secure it with my stapler. You can let yours dry. And there is the foundation of your cactus. Now we just need our little flowers. We're almost done with El Cucuy's cactus. I put a little dab of glue in all the spots where I want it. I want my flowers. 3, 4, 5. There we go. Put my glue aside. Let's see, I'm going to put the biggest one right here. And I'm going to press it in. And then I'm going to keep it laying down so that it really stays on that glue. Oh, I forgot a spot, didn't I? I need a flower there, of course. Come back here, glue. I'll put a tiny pink one there. And a white one right up here. Another white one right over there. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit. This one needs to dry for a little bit longer, probably at least an hour. If it's inside and not in a sunny spot or like a breezy spot, then maybe even 2 hours to let that glue really set so that your cactus flowers, oh no, don't fall off. See what I said? They fall off really easily, but it's easy to fix. A little bit more glue, set it aside carefully. Once it's dry, you have this adorable cactus. I hope you enjoyed making this. It's so cute. You can put it on your windowsill. No water required. Lovely drought-resistant plant to decorate your abode. All right, take care. See you next time on Storybook Crafts.